What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting from the D, and we got to talk about this influencer. It's a rainbow influencer. He's making a lot of women upset, and honestly, I'm glad he's making a lot of women upset, because usually when it comes to matters like this, it's men like myself that are speaking up on behalf of women, and women aren't speaking up for themselves. Certainly not enough of them, but I think the dude may have went a little too far this time around. Who am I talking about? Well, it's this trans influencer. He wants to go by the name of Lily. He's got a voice deeper than mine, and he likes to go around and just make people feel uncomfortable. It's like he gets off from it. I'll give you a couple examples. The guy would go to various different restaurants, set up a camera, and then wait on the server to misgender him, and then just have a whole meltdown about it. Now, I've said to you before, and I was talking about the people who are picky with the food in comparison to this. But people don't know you, right? They don't know you. They don't know what type of time that you own. They don't know your likes and dislikes. They don't know you. So to be as confusing as possible, this guy, he's a grown man. He looks pretty tall as well. For you to be a grown man, going out dressing up like a woman, but then you have a deep voice, they don't know what's up with you. So you have to give people grace if they misgender you, because they don't know you. They don't know what your preferred pronouns are. It's not like when they come over to you to talk to you, you tell them what your preferred pronouns are out the gate. And the people are genuinely apologetic because they're trying to just do their job. But this narcissistic person has a whole meltdown about it, about how, that just ruined everything. I don't feel safe anymore, and I came here to just enjoy my meal and feel safe, and now I don't. No, you didn't. This is all set up for you to just victimize yourself and make money off of it. This guy, you can tell, he is very much laying it on thick. He does not feel unsafe. He doesn't even feel disrespected in any way. He sets these videos up for the express purpose. He knows he's going to be misgendered. He knows he is. But I mean, are they really misgendering you, bruh? You're like a 6 foot tall dude. You've got a deep voice. According to you, you still have your corn dog, and we'll get to that. Well, I'm giving you a bit of backstory about this guy. This is also someone who went into the restroom. He was at Target, I believe, and he was talking about he was in the women's restroom. Some like girl that he estimated to be about 3 years old was just looking at him funny, and so based on how the stares of that 3-year-old girl, about how confused she looked, made him feel, he believed that when the mom came out of the stall he was waiting on, that she would make assumptions about him. So he decided to just leave, because he didn't have to pee all that much or pee that badly. See what I mean? Like this sort of stuff. So there's the backstory. Oh, let me go ahead and mention this. They decided to have the facial reconstruction surgery to make himself look more feminine, documenting that X amount of weeks or whatever. It did not work. It did not take. He doesn't look any less masculine for it. He still has prominent facial features. So he didn't go to the same doctor that Dylan Mulvaney went to. Whoever this doctor was happy to take his money. And I don't know what quote unquote surgery they did, but they didn't go in deep enough and shave enough in order to give him a smoother jawline. Because the before and after, I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny, they look largely the same. Dylan Mulvaney, as much of a weirdo as he is, when he went and got his facial reconstruction surgery, you could at least see a difference, that the face, there was changes there to make it less hard. So maybe he should have reached out to him and got his doc's number, saw where he went to and did a GoFundMe to go there or something. But the new controversy with this dude is that he's now went to Disneyland acting a complete fool. And this is one of the reasons why people don't really want to mess with Disney brand, because they're too afraid to put their foot down against obvious foolery. The guy's at Disneyland, right? He's wearing the Disney ears. He's dressed up like a woman. And the Disney ears, the Mickey ears, they are in the pattern of a trans flag. So again, as I said, this is why a lot of people don't really want to be bothered with Disney anymore, because they have leaned into this stuff. They've quote unquote supported it. And now they're attracting the worst types. It's not like you're somebody that just wants to live your life. I'd like to believe that about this guy, because that's what he claims. I'd like to, but he makes it hard to believe that when he's going above and beyond to draw as much attention to himself as possible. He's going above and beyond to make people around him as uncomfortable as possible. And then when a sliver of that energy is returned unintentionally, he cries victim. So it's okay for him to go purposely making other people as uncomfortable as he possibly can. But the moment that energy is returned, even just a sliver, be it intentional or unintentional, there's a problem. So he sits there with a corn dog. I wish I was making this up. I'm dead ass serious. He sits there with a damn corn dog. He puts ketchup on it, I guess, to simulate blood. He's talking about his corn dog is intact. And he then takes the plastic knife and cuts down the middle of the corn dog, talking about this is what they're going to do to his corn dog. And he pulls the corn meal outer shell off and saying they're going to flip it inside out. So he flips it inside out. And I mean, this what he's doing. He's being such a goofball that he's surprised he's doing such a good job at it. But I'm not surprised at all, because I'm pretty sure that this guy that's so thirsty for attention did this at home multiple times before then doing it at Disneyland, filming himself. He also, aside from doing that weird stuff, he also went into every women's restroom at Disneyland to rate it. And he took a few selfies when he was in the women's restroom. And there's women behind him. In the pictures that I saw, they were unsuspecting. Like, they weren't unsuspecting of him. They were just unsuspecting that they were in the frame of his shot. And I'm pretty sure that you can't do that. You can't film in bathrooms. I think there's something, though maybe not as imposed as heavily, about taking pictures in the bathroom, whatever. Basically, you can't take pictures in the bathroom and post other people. Now, people take bathroom selfies in public all the time, so I don't think that's really enforced all that heavily. But you certainly can't video in the freaking bathroom, talking about you're rating all of them. So Disney is probably going to do nothing about this, because, as I said, they're too afraid to stand up and say anything about this. But when you have no standards, when you have no rules, no guidelines, the worst possible offenders are going to abuse the setup. And that's what they're doing here. There's going to be a subset of people that, if they were to say something to him, they would have a conniption, because they love running to the internet to complain about everything, how they're unseen, how they're under attack, and just all this sort of stuff. And it's really silly, because when you have a group, and this is the rainbow community as a whole, that accounts for like less than 6% of the population. Why is it that what they want, what they do, their feelings, their beliefs, why is it that that is allowed to usurp the overwhelming, 96+% of the rest that are like, we don't like this, and this isn't a civil rights issue, because that's what they try to akin it to, which I take great issue with that. This is not no civil rights issue. Don't make me laugh. This is about you being able to put yourself in a position, or position yourself rather, to do whatever it is that you want to do, completely uncontested. It has nothing to do with civil rights. It's to do with you wanting to be as degenerate of a weirdo as you want to be. You want to be as obnoxious as you want to be. You want to make other people feel as uncomfortable as you want to. You basically want to antagonize people the way you claim you hate being antagonized. You want to do to other people the very thing you claim to condemn, but you want to do it with no pushback whatsoever. They better not say anything to you, because they are just transphobic. I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Let me know if you know who I'm talking about. As I said, the guy goes by Lily. I don't know what the dude's birth name is. I honestly didn't care enough to look into that. I feel like I've been giving this dumbass enough attention by even just talking about this here. So hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.